And we're back, and that's the end of the sand slide level number 4. Now we're going into the tunnels. And on this level we have 4 symbols, which are very easy to spot in plain sight, thanks to the darkness, but some of them are hidden in not so obvious places, and 1 glyph. I want to say 2 of the symbols are easy to see, 2 of them not so obvious. There is 1 trophy in here, 1 level specific trophy called Trials. Coming up on our first symbol. Nope, not quite yet. It's going to be over here. You'll see what looks like destroyed tram cars, and you're going to want to go in this one at a diagonal level, and hidden in there is symbol number 1 of 4. Coming up on our second symbol, I'd love to stop and say hello, but we're on a time crunch. Aw, heck with it. I'll say hello. Hello. In this room, you're going to float your way up to these jellyfish. And the one at the very tippy top is going to have symbol number 3. And once we pass through this gate is where the real trial begins. There are watchers down here, the only real antagonist in this game, and they're trying to keep you from completing the game. And they're going to do something really nasty, or try to. They're going to try. They will not succeed. They're going to try to clip my scarf. My precious. The best way to avoid them is to simply veer off to the left side of the map and hug the corners as much as possible. It seems kind of cheap, but it works. And yep, they can pop up. And you don't want to get spotted by them. As soon as you get into their searchlight, you will consider yourself discovered, and they will chase you down regardless of where you're hiding. And you'll lose half of your scarf progress up to this point. It will not detract from any of your symbol trophies, but you will lose a lot of momentum. I swear it's like being in a haunted house at this point. So once again, there's the searchlight. I'm going to want to keep to the left. As far to the left as you can. And over here, the other reason to keep to the left is so that you can find this one and only glyph in this level. That's right. Where you'll see the guardians lined up on either side like iron statues. And if you look down, you will see the 4th and final symbol for this level. You can grab that quick and work your way up, but careful you don't build up too much momentum and end up falling into the center portion, or you might cross paths with the searchlight, and that's really bad. So if you've made it this far, congratulations. Trial is pretty much yours. You have completed the trials. Now, this is the last section of the game before the meditation area. It's unavoidable that you will run into these searchlights. Completely unavoidable. You will run into them. But it will not count against the trial portion. This is just for dramatic effect. Oh no, they're gonna get me, they're gonna get me! Psych. And we're safe. Got our 4 symbols. And our glyph. And time to meditate. And that's it for the undersea level. If you've been keeping up with the guide so far, we will be getting Transcendence on this level. I call this the tower. The thing about this level is, in order to advance, there needs to be 3 or 4 glyphs activated in order for us to get to the upper levels. And this is one of them. This does not count towards the 10 glyphs that you need to uncover in order to unlock the history trophy, but there is 1 glyph on this level. It's hidden away. First symbol of the level, there's 4, is right up here after you fill the first level. You're going to want to make your way up, platform by platform. With a scarf this long, I probably didn't need the beasts at all, but I'm just going with the flow. Second point. And I forgot to mention, this is where we get the second Easter egg of the game. So the first one was flower, and the next one is flow, where we have to find a hidden beast. But not a cloth beast. So as we float our way up, we're supposed to gain momentum with these jellyfish for altitude. And activate the next level. We still have not activated the 1 glyph, but you'll be able to see it as soon as this humongous cloth beast comes out. It opens up the gate from which it emerged, and you're going to want to keep an eye on that because that's where our prizes are. Co-op partner's already riding him. We'll get that later though. You may have seen some shining earlier. We're just gonna float down. And our second symbol of the level is going to be right there. And the whale, I'm just going to call it the whale, where it emerged from, was this gap, where we will find our glyph. Alright, 2 left. And before you leave, hidden behind this tapestry is another symbol. And the 4th and final symbol, we're not going to ride the whale yet, don't drag me along yet, is right here. And that symbol should be the one that unlocks Transcendence. But you can only activate the white robe from the hub area, so that trophy has a bit of a bug, but only in association with the white robe. So you'll still get the trophy as soon as you get the last symbol, but if you want to clear the requirements for the white robe, you must finish the level. I would suggest just finishing your playthrough. Only go to the second level of the tower underwater after you have fully activated all of the glyphs on the level. So once the water, the quote-unquote water level has risen to the very tippy top, go to the second level, and we'll go back real quick and take a look at it. And there it is. The mythical creature. Oh, she's a beauty. Not exactly sure what she is, but she unlocks Ancestor. And once you've got it, you can work your way out of the level. Here's our meditation point. I'm just going to activate everything. And that completes level 6. Almost done. Level 7 is the last one where we could unlock any trophies. There are no stage-specific trophies from this point onward. But if you have a co-op partner, it would be a good idea to stick with them for as long as possible, just to pick up a couple of trophies at the end. Especially so if they're the same co-op partner. And here we're at the Snowy Peaks. No symbols left to get, but there are 2 glyphs. And due to the extreme temperature, our energy is slowly being drained away. Except for me. We're coming up on the first of the 2 glyphs of this level. Around this corner and just up the steps here is where we will find our first glyph. Wind's not making this easy for me. So once you go in here, if you tilt your camera up, you'll see that there are cloth beasts in there, but we can't get them to come down until we give them a cue. And they're drawn to the light energy. Use that as a footstool, and we're going up to glyph number 1. I'm just gonna give him one last chance to reflect with me, if he wants. Oh wow, he actually did it. So, just a reminder, there is no way to communicate with co-op partners in this game. I have no idea who I'm playing with until the very end of the game. And I can't use words to communicate. So the best way you can get your partner to understand what it is you want to do is to try rapidly running in small circles and repeating the symbol button. And sitting for 20 seconds will get you the reflection trophy, which I already got. And that is the co-op trophy for reflection. Now this section is going to be like the desert portion, only slightly more annoying because not only do we have the pushback of the wind, but we also have those watchers to deal with from the undersea level. Just like the undersea level, you're going to want to hug the leftmost side of the area to avoid them, but for another reason. So you'll see off to the left here, hidden behind the haze of the snowstorm, is a cave where we will find, eventually, the last glyph of the game. And there is glyph number 10. And after that, history trophy should pop. Now after this, it's just trudging our way through obstacles, fighting the elements, and eventually getting to the beginning of the last stage. But this is going to be slow coming. That actually worked out in my favor by building up some momentum and getting me the rest of the way to that gate. And look at that, I still have Scarf left. And here we are. Just gonna float our way up. Since I'm speeding through this, I'm just gonna get knocked to the lower level as soon as I possibly can. No matter how much of my Scarf I may have maintained up to this point, it's all going to be lost right here as I'm making the final push up the hill. Every time the wind blows, I'm just going to lose my precious Scarf. And we're just going to keep pushing our way up towards the mountain like we actually stand a chance. This would be so much funnier with a co-op partner. I can picture them behind me yelling, "Are we there yet?" And we will be ready to transition into the 8th and final level, the summit, just as we lose sight of the mountain. Almost there. Yep. Just a little farther. Just need a rest. Wake me in the morning. Up, up, and away. And here we are, last level, the summit. And this is really just a fun level. This is my favorite music track in the whole game. Despite the fact that there aren't actually many colors here, other than the reds of the cloth beast, which we should know by now, and the whites and blacks of the Rocky Mountain, it really feels dazzling to me. I love this. This would be even more fun with a co-op partner because you can make it a race to the actual summit. Very quick level. It's like we're retracing all of the levels we've done up to this point. We crossed the bridge. Here's our desert and sand slide. Now we're coming up on the undersea portion. We're floating our way up. Ride that waterfall. There's the tower with the undersea portion that we can just float through. Limitless energy. Using a jellyfish as a stepping stone. And then climbing our way up the mountain portion. And this last glowing gate will take us to the summit. Whoop! That could have been really ugly. I've never missed my landing there before. Hate to see what would happen if I did, because your scarf goes back to nothingness once you reach the top. Look for your co-op partner before you press on, because there are a possible 4 trophies that you could pick up here by game's end. So, once we pass through that glowing gate, you will get rebirth for finishing the game. And if you met 10 or more different players during your first playthrough, not likely unless you waited in a stage long enough that one of them decided to press on and another took their place. It's easier, honestly, just to do a second playthrough. 10 or more different travelers, and we'll see all of the co-op partners that we ran into on this trip, onto this trip, including the one guy I helped with the reflection trophy. At least I hope I helped him. That's Wander. Companion is probably one of the last trophies you're going to gun for, and that is finishing the majority of the game with the same co-op partner. And the best way to know that you're using the same co-op partner is if you complete the level by walking through to the next stage, walking alongside them, like I would be doing with somebody else if they were accompanying me. And there's also another trophy for completing the very final summit stage with a companion. So those are the 4 that you will get, possibly, by finishing this level. You will get at least 1, up to 4. And the other 2 co-op trophies are Reflection, again, meditating with another player for 20 seconds or more, and Return, which is a good excuse to pick up the game again, because that's the one-time based trophy. Return is starting a new game of Journey after 1 week. You could cheat and reset the time on your game system ahead a week, but that could mess with other trophies. And honestly, I think that this game is amazing enough that even if you yourself didn't want to play it again, invite a friend over. Share it with them. This game is so beautiful and sounds amazing. My only regret is that I have to play this with headphones on, so nobody watching gets to see this, except you good people. Listen to that track. Gorgeous. This got nominated for a Grammy. Best Game of, I believe, 2016 Game of the Year Award. Thank you, that game company. And that's our trophy run. So, I'm sorry I couldn't prove this to you by actually showing the trophies popping, but again, I did already beat the game, and I've played it 3 times now. This is my 3rd time. But I will recommend this to anyone who loves video games, who loves music, or hasn't played video games yet at all, and you just want to give them a sample. And thank you to all the people who tested it, made this game, compiled the music. Thank you so much for making this. This is going to be my first true playthrough, hopefully soon to be many more. Thank you so much, and our incredible fans, and thank you for watching this, and hopefully this will make your journey more complete. Again, I highly recommend you play this game on your own, without guides or anything to get in the way of the experience. And please, like and subscribe. It really goes a long way. All YouTubers out there get so much from your support. And that's going to be it. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And this is Novachaser, signing off.